Mr. Trump, are you afraid of failing?
I believe strongly in getting even.
Well, let's talk about money a little bit. There are those who say that money doesn't bring happiness, or that money doesn't make you happy. I mean, is that true? Mr. Trump, are you afraid of failing?
I'm not afraid of failing. You know, life, you look and you turn on the newscasts every night and you see thousands of people killed in earthquakes and tsunamis and hurricanes and all of the problems and wars that we shouldn't even be in, and lots of different things. And when you see all of the problems in the world, what is there to be afraid of? It doesn't matter. You know, to a certain extent, it all doesn't matter. And I tell people that because it takes pressure off. If it matters too much, they're going to be like basket cases. It really doesn't matter. You want to enjoy what you do. You want to do a great job for yourself and your family. But ultimately, in the scope of things, what really matters? And that does take a certain amount of pressure off. And I'm not sure that Robert agrees with my statement, but I see people, they're so intent on doing something, and it's so scary, and they can't even function properly because it's so important to them. And sometimes you say to yourself, it doesn't matter if it works, if it doesn't work. And that takes that real big, high level of pressure off, and you can perform better.
Talk in your book about getting even, the importance of getting even. Is revenge sweet?
I believe strongly in getting even. If somebody has hurt you, if somebody's gone out of their way to hurt you, I think that if you have the opportunity, you should certainly go out of your way to do a number of them. And I've had more criticism about that one statement in my book than any other statement. The clergy is called, the ministers, the priests, the rabbis. They've all said, what a terrible thing to say. That's against our teachings. I just believe it. I believe in an eye for an eye.
If you did turn the other cheek, as the clergy are presumably suggesting to you, what would that do to your reputation in business circles here in New York?
Well, I don't know what it would do to my reputation. I just don't believe instinctively in turning the other cheek. If somebody was out to hurt you, if somebody was out to do a number on you, I really believe that you should just do a number on them if you get the chance.
Can you give me an example?
Well, there were people that I really helped in business when things were very good in the 1980s and when my company was going good. And they did not lift a finger to help me when I needed it. And there were a couple of them that could have very easily helped me. Now I have the opportunity to do a number on those people, and I will tell you I'm having a lot of fun with the opportunity.
Well, let's talk about money a little bit. There are those who say that money doesn't bring happiness, or that money doesn't make you happy. I mean, is that true?
Well, I think it's true, but it certainly makes life a lot easier. If you can educate your children, if you can not have to worry about being able to afford a doctor when somebody's not feeling well in the family, it certainly makes life a lot easier. And I don't use the word happy, I use the word content. I think you're more content. And money ultimately, beyond a certain point, is just a scorecard. But you sort of love it. I mean, it's what we do.
Mr. Trump, do you think anybody can be rich?
No, I don't think anybody can get rich. I think, unfortunately, the world is not a fair place. I think you have to be born with a certain intelligence. And it doesn't have to be a super intelligence, it has to be a certain intelligence. You can't take somebody that's not a smart person and say, by the way, this is what you do, and here's your little card, and you're going to follow these rules and regulations, and you're going to become a rich person. The world is not fair. You know, they come with this statement, all men are created equal. Well, it sounds beautiful, and it was written by some very wonderful people and brilliant people, but it's not true, because all people and all men aren't created. Now, today, they'd say all men and women. Of course, they would have changed that statement that was made many years ago. But the fact is, you have to be born and blessed with something up here. On the assumption you are, you can become very rich.